Oh, my mic's muted. My bad. And hello and welcome back to another wonderful day to Legend Esports. Today we are going into the LRS Draft. We have the Vipers versus the Phantoms the first game, and then the Rattlers versus the Panthers the second. I'm super excited to see both games. What about you guys?
I'm definitely super excited to see how things goes. Definitely gonna be like a pretty heavy matchup here, especially considering how close we are to playoffs. There are a couple things that could gate some of these teams from actually just making it. So it's gonna be very important to see how Phantoms do play here tonight, because they are sitting in that middle ground of 5-5, tied for fifth, and they're just on the cusp of making it. If they do have a bad performance these next couple weeks, it could be really bad for them. But the Vipers have secured themselves a spot, and I do believe at this point it's very mathematically possible that they don't make it, but it's very, very low chances that they don't at this point.
Yeah, they're actually tied with the Rattlers in the standings at the moment, actually.
Hmm.
So I feel like if Vipers can pull a 2-0 and then Panthers can pull a win off the Rattlers, I think Vipers have the number one spot.
Definitely. This could definitely pull the Raptor, or not the Raptors, damn it. It definitely could pull the Vipers in the first place. That'd be very, very fun to see. You know, um, you definitely want to see this competition here. You want to see teams fighting it out. But the Phantoms are no slouches either. They've been playing well over these past couple weeks, so I'm super excited to see how they do, though. Maybe upset the Kings or the King Snakes here. There's two of them. So, we'll see if these snakes are dethroned over the next couple days.
I do actually want to see the Phantoms put up a good fight here because if they get this win, this could give them the momentum they need to, go past the Gators and Panthers and Tigers because they are all really, bunched in. Because like 6-4, 6-4, 5-5, 5-5, they're all really close in standings. So if
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
they could get a win off, one of the big teams, that'll be really good for them.
Yep.
And
Definitely agree with that.
it looks like both teams are actually ready for the draft. So I'm gonna send you guys off to the draft screen so we can get this started.
Alrighty then. We should be getting ready for draft right here, right now. See how things get rolling in or for us tonight. It's gonna be very, very fun. Definitely excited. Maybe see some pocket picks come out there. Probably will be a bunch of target bans considering what's happened over the past little while here. But we'll see how things actually end up going. But overall, just waiting for things to get rolling for both teams. But don't forget about these mids. All the mids here in LRS have been performing on stream, and it's very fun to see them all pop off. Very, very amazing to see the performances out of a lot of these mid laners here. But we can never sleep on jungle. Toadstep and Xiao, very, very strong in these jungles, finding the right pathing, finding good ganks, and playing very, very well. And with that, we should be getting rolling. I think we're getting ready to actually start this draft off here, and we'll see where things end up today. There we go. Timer started. First band coming through right here, right now. Where is it gonna land? What do you think?
I am not entirely sure where the first man's going, but there it is.
Oh,
Nocturne,
Nocturne.
Galio.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bands
So,
are coming out pretty quick.
yeah. Oh wow. Um, very fast. Get rid of that, Diego. Get that out of there. Oh, banning the Kog'Maw as well. Kog'Maw has actually been making a gigantic resurgence here in pro play, and I think a lot of the AD carries do want to grab that one up, but they are going to grab what I think is one of the best AD carries in the game right now, the Ezreal. Nerfs
Oh,
haven't come through just yet. Very safe, very strong overall, and it is going to be that Rumble response coming in potentially. Yep, going to be locked in there. For Toadstep, I do believe. Karma also going to be grabbed up. One of the stronger supports as of now. Maybe an enchanter, but she does a lot of damage. Provides a lot of AoE shielding. Just very hard to punch through.
I do love the focus on these, prior picks. Like, look, Seraphine coming out, Karma, uh,
Mhm.
Ezreal, like all of these super strong picks. Even Vega was banned from Red Side. I love you know the focus on these prio picks right now in this patch. They really
Mhm.
understand the meta and they know what's good and what's not good.
Yep. And also showing a little bit of respect, banning champs Like the Galio, like that Zillion away as well, you know.
Right. Yeah, of course.
Definitely what you want to see here out of most of these teams. Just make sure to get rid of things that could be very, very strong in the right hands. And last pick here coming in on Blue's side before the second ban phase. What is going to be grabbed? You do see what could be a very strong bot lane, though. The Seraphine Ezreal. It is going to be that Kayn, though, locked in for Xiao. I know he plays a lot of that in solo queue and just a lot of plays on that champion, very comfortable on the pick. And I do believe he is thinking that is into the Rumble, so he might be looking for some of those red stacks or to assassinate that Karma with blue form. We'll see, but it is going to be that Yone hovered and potentially locked in here for Dark Angel. And, you know, we've seen Yone's, like, pop off, just do so much work for their teams. I think a couple weeks ago we had Amistan on that champ, and he tried his heart out to carry the game, just wasn't enough.
Oh, we have a Gwen ban.
Oh, yep. Teemo, also known as Gwen, going to be taken off the field. Yeah. We're going to see what the last couple bans here are coming from. So I definitely do expect the Gwen and the Viego bans. I'm surprised that I'm surprised that the Phantoms banned away the Viego and the Gwen, because they would have had priority on one of the two picks here, because they are going to be that red side pickup, you know, after the ban phase. They could have had one of the champs, but it is going to be that Varus banned away as well. Very strong AD carry. Nerfs haven't come through to the items just yet. Coming through very soon. Yep. Taking away that strong front line, or not front line realistically, more like a pseudo tank that can also just knock the jungler out of the fight, guaranteeing you those smite fights as well. And QSS Tax is, sure, Ezreal may be strong, but I don't think he's that great into the Mordekaiser. You can just bop him over the head with that little mace there. Last ban coming through right here, right now. What is it going to be for the Vipers? What pick do they want to take away? The set. Definitely like that ban. You know, a lot of builds have been surfacing for that set, like the mathematically correct build, the Stridebreaker build that is relatively standard on him, and the Blade of the Rune King. You know, a bunch of attack speed, bunch of on-hit, but it is going to be that Tristana locked in here for the Phantoms as that potential, most likely AD carry. I don't think they're going to move that Yone anywhere else other than the mid. So they're going to lock in that. Tristana just still strong. Halo Blade's nerf didn't really hit that hard, per se, especially for her because of how her trading patterns do work. She wants to go in when she has her E up, so, you know, the Halo Blades being a longer cooldown doesn't really affect her all that much.
Of course. I do like both drafts here. Like, Vipers have a more, like, sustained long team fighting comp with Ezreal and Seraphine. You know, Phantoms have kind of like a, we're gonna, you know, go in and kill you, right? With Yon and Rumble, Karma, Tristana, right? They want to jump and go in. And I do really, really like the Nautilus and Gnar for like the disengage that they need. Like the peel for the Ezreal. I really like Viper's draft. And it looks like it is a Seraphine mid, which I really like.
Seraphine mid gets a lot of that XP, gets a lot of that gold as well, helps her out a lot, and helps her scale earlier into that late game because she is one of those team fighting monsters. Super strong team fighting ultimate as well as AoE heals. What more could you ask for? But the Sylas here can yoink so many great ultimates. Every ultimate here, apart from the Kayn ultimate, I mean, that Kayn ultimate's still pretty good. That Umbral Festpass does a decent amount of damage, and if he goes red form, can heal you for quite a bit. But it is going to be that Scion, and, you know, the Meatball Fest up in the top lane. Gnar taking on that Scion. I mean, pretty standard, though. Gnar still a very, very strong top laner, even with those nerfs. But the Scion, overall, just a good tank. Some scales decently well. Not the hardest scaling tank in the game, but does provide a big meatball shield to protect at the very least.
I did really like the Sylas. I was really hoping they would lock it in because, you know, the Seraphine ult, the Gnar ult. You know,
Nautilus ult.
Nautilus ult. I don't really like Ezreal ult on Sylas because it's like, ooh, damage. You know, when you could have Seraphine ult. Yeah. Like the Seraphine ult, I value a ton.
Oh, definitely. I agree with you there. But every ultimate is nice, but that
they
Seraphine
are all
ultimate,
usable.
Yeah, definitely. And I think that's I think the Sylas pick was the way to go. You know, Sylas doesn't really struggle into those ranged matchups because of his sustain with that Kingslayer, so he's able to deal with champions like that Gnar very, very well. So very interesting to see them up towards that tank in the top lane. I guess they see that they aren't really all that tanky. You know, they only realistically have that Yone who's going to be doing a lot of that engaging without that Scion. So picking up that engage could help them out a little bit, gives them a way in without having to dedicate that Yone.
Of course, I do also like Scion too because like I said earlier, they have a lot of damage, and Scion might just be what they need to go in, like just go in, Scion R in into like Yone or Rumble follow up, right?
Exactly. And yeah.
right. Ezreal missteps, accidentally eats to the side, Tristana jumps on, one shots him, and the fight's pretty much over at that point.
I mean, if he missteps, it's gonna. I mean, that 400 extra health coming in from Divine Sunderer definitely helps out the Ezreal quite a bit. But he's still an AD carry, and he still can be taken down pretty easily. He just can't get to that mid game spike as early as possible. I think that the Phantoms realistically should be trying to stop that spike coming in from the Seraphine, from the Ezreal, because those two spike super hard on 2 items.
Right, and, of course.
Kayn spikes when he grabs that red form if he's not too far behind, if he's even, if anything. I
am?
Oh, it's a Nautilus mid.
Oh?
Oh.
I don't know if I like that or not.
I don't think it's that bad, personally. I think tanks mid into champions like that Yasuo, like the Zed, like the anything along those lines, right? All those all those like assassin style champions who like to go in and one shot you. Well, if you put a Nautilus there, or a Set there, or an Ornn there, or a Malphite, what are you gonna do?
Right.
I guess really do anything.
I guess I can see it because Yone is a counter to Seraphine mid lane, and I guess they are going to opt in for the support Seraphine. They will be lacking a little bit of magic damage, but I think that's okay. I am interested to see which form Kayn goes though, because they have a lot of squishies. They have Rumble, they have Yone, they have Tristana, they have Karma, and if you go Shield Reaver, third item. Second item, Man Immune, first item, Prowlers. Kayn is going to be ripping through their entire team.
Easily.
And he has the Seraphine for sustain. Ezreal's there for backup. Gnar, Nautilus have a decent amount of peel.
If they do opt for that Assassin Kayn style, they're going to be a team very reliant on finding good flanks. Mainly because it's a lot harder to play front to back when one of your champs wants to just jump into their backline. So what I feel they've drafted for themselves is it would be simpler to play with the red Kayn. However, the blue Kayn can definitely still work. There are a lot of targets for him to look for.
I think if blue Kayn gets ahead early, if they get enough of a lead, I think you just go for it. Let's go for it.
Even with the Conqueror, I think Conqueror is really good here. A lot of these fights are going to be very sustained because of the way that they've drafted, right? The Vipers have drafted themselves a team fight that wants to fight for a long time, with a lot of poke, a lot of sustained damage from the Ezreal, good poke, decent poke coming from the Seraphine, and Red Kayn would definitely suit that very well. Has some very low cooldown spells, able to shred through some of those, so the 3 melee champs that they do have going up against them, and will be able to deal with that Scion very handily. But flanks are going to be very important here if they want the blue Kayn. Definitely can work. I definitely don't see any issue with them going blue Kayn. I think it can work. It's just up to execution there. I think it's definitely going to be easier to play this out as red Kayn, but blue Kayn could be very, very fun to see. But other than that, though, they definitely have a lot of priority in the top lane, and in the mid lane, Nautilus wave clear is deceptively good, especially with those new buffs that did come through. Lane Nautilus, Jungle Nautilus all became viable because of his damage to minions / monsters coming through, right? So he's just able to do a lot there, push waves, and help his jungler out. And hey, sure, Rumble's very good in those duels, decent in skirmishes, but what can you realistically do if you're locked up for 20 years? Because that's what Nautilus do. That's what he do. Hook, auto, W slow you down, E slow you down. So literally everything he does, knock you up with the R again. You're not allowed to move if you're playing into a Nautilus. That lockdown is insanity against the entirety of the Phantoms. There, a single one of their champs gets caught out by the Nautilus, and Kayn is there and Ezreal's there. you can expect them to be taken to like maybe 75% HP, 60% HP by the Nautilus burst on his own. He does a deceptive amount of damage, even though he is a tank, and the Ezreal or the Kayn will just be more than enough to shred through the rest of that health bar. Unless it's the Scion, of course.
Right.
Well, Serpent's Fang? Yes, chat, would definitely have huge value here.
Serpent's Fang would be incredible here.
Rumble has a shield. Yone will have a shield. Karma provides shields for our entire team. Scion has a shield. Every single member of the Phantoms can have a shield on them at any point. So, Serpent's Fang gonna be amazing, I'd say. But with that, go into a quick break very, very shortly. So predictions are open in case, you do want to vote there. Put on your tokens, put your money where your mouth is, correct? So we'll be right back here getting things started. For game number 1, we have the Vipers take it on the Phantoms. Just a few moments. We'll be right back. Here we go. Vipers on the blue side taking on the Phantoms on the red. And we'll see who takes it home here. Vipers sitting at first place right now, tied up with the other snakes of the LRS draft there with the Rattlers here. But, Phantoms are looking to take this victory here and separate themselves from the Gators there at 5-5. So we'll see if they are able to do it right here, right now. But we just see a standard, sort of standard-ish 5-point here coming in from both teams. Ward into that tri-bush, pretty smart. I don't think the invade coming in from the Phantoms is the greatest in the world, but we'll see how they do make it work. But we do just see standard stances from both teams, looking to potentially defend anything that does happen. However, not much going to happen in the way of things, so we're just seeing standard starts here from both sides.
Nautilus working his way mid lane a little late, but
Don't think it matters all that much. He is that big Nautilus who's super tanky.
Kayn
shrugs up
getting
damage.
Kayn getting his ward in Pixel Brush, picking up the sweeper. I like it. Walking his way. It's a red buff, and it looks
Ooh.
like we are gonna see
Good ward.
red Kane with the
Mhm.
Conqueror.
Yep. And we do see that ward there placed by the Raptor Pit, so they are going to know where this Rumble is the entire time. Kane doing that solo start on the Raptors, not giving away any information there, so they don't realistically know where he started. There are 2 start points for him, Raptors or Wolves, so they don't really know where he's going to be. But overall, good information there collected. They will see that Rumble move toward the Raptors very, very shortly. Nautilus starting that E in lane. Good spell, does damage to the wave and the enemy at the same time. It does a decent amount of work there, helping him to clear waves very well. And he's doing a decent amount of damage too. Yone already chunked. Ooh, Kane invading on the Raptors, so they're looking for a fight. Dark Angel gonna be there first. He lands the knockup from that Q, but Flash, the hook is gonna be flashed away though. Xiao is very low, not able to find it over the wall, but the Triumph coming through, keeping Dark Angel alive, but the base numbers are just too high, and he's able to take down 1, but it is gonna be 2 for 1 in favor of the Phantoms. Invade gone wrong.
Yeah, Yon getting there first was a little problematic because he was able to get the damage off on Kane, and what can Kane do at that point? If the Nautilus flash hook did land, however, I think that fight could have gone in the Viper's favor.
Definitely agree there. That hook, if it did land, that could have changed the swing of things. Most definitely, the hook does a decent amount of damage in the early game. So, but look at the solo kill on top side. Dazik just one-shotting Quinks under his wave though. So great work from him playing that wave very smartly and taking him down to pushing in the next wave. And he's just very happy with that. A free kill there. Got the level up and just went for the engage with that Mega.
Stepping up. You gotta watch that Mega Gnar bar.
The Gnar bar, very scary. Always have to respect that. That Gnar in that Mega form is basically a stat check. I think, he does so much damage and is also just so incredibly tanky that it's really hard to deal with unless the Gnar is, like, super behind. So great work there.
Especially early.
Especially early. Even now, a lot of his losing matchups aren't as bad as they were before, but Rock on Tower taking a decent amount of damage. Able to land that knock, but Xiao is in the area. That Soul Unbound going to do some decent damage there with that reproc, like the death mark from Zed. But Corrupting Potion just going to be ticking, and it is looking like the Nautilus is going AP. Ooh, not going to go wide. And I don't think Rock on Tower is really respecting the Yone damage. Yone has no flash, but the Kane is there to help shove this wave. And he's going and trying for the kill. Going to be taking a decent amount of damage in return, though. Oh! They're gonna go wide. Rock on Tower very low, but I don't think he can really realistically fight in that wave.
I think the Kane is just having fun farming his orbs on this Yone who keeps Ian in.
Yeah. Oh, Dark Angel looking for a little bit, not able to find the knock. Is able to find the knock, but he's gonna be rooted under a tower. Last tower shot comes through, and he's gonna be taken down because of the wave. Well played from Rock on Tower, baiting that dive and just hooking him under his own tower to his demise.
Bone plating plus the shield is just, it's a little strong.
Really hard to deal with there, especially as that assassin style champion. Hex Tech Alternator has been purchased there for Rock on Tower. He is 2-1 on the Nautilus there. Looking to potentially go for that Rocket Belt. That's what I think he's gonna opt for personally. And he's just gonna just use those numbers and just one-shot that Yone over and over again. Oh, Daisy going in for another trade onto Quinks once again. That's a lot of damage. Not really. I mean, both of them are pretty tanky, but in the early game, it's definitely in favor of that. Gnar, stuns coming through, Boulder Toss coming through once again. That's a lot of damage, and he's walking for it. Gonna try and land that slow, and is this gonna be another solo kill? It is Daisy claiming another one up on this top side. And he just got ran down. Nothing you can realistically do there.
Really not respecting the Gnar. The Mega Gnar at all, really. He's getting punished for it. They still have a 2-0 Rumble.
Oh, wow, that base was not cancelled. Interesting. But yeah. It was the Trist, right? Whose base was Karma. But she can't have a passive shield, right?
I have no clue. Maybe the damage just didn't land in time or something? I
guess so. Realistically, that would be the only thing that could have kept the base from not being stopped. But this Gnar, already 2-0, all on his own, but the hook lands, threading the needle there. That's a lot of damage. And he's looking for a little bit more, though, to dash and forward, dash it in. But there goes that depth charge, but it's not able to knock him up. And that's Rumble claiming that kill. Shutdown going to Zogain with the flash forward.
2 Darksteel sacks coming in. 3-0. Looking pretty strong as Rumble, but, they still have the Gnar who has kills. Rumble's still 2-2, going even.
Oh, Zogain might be caught out here. He has that 6, though. Slow not going to land from the Gnar with that Boomerang Tusk. So, Zogain able to walk away with that Scuttle Crab very, very happily. And look at the vision line set up on the top side. They know where this Kane is going to be, and they also have a good ward on his Raptor Pit as well.
And surprisingly, no action from bot lane.
Yeah.
Just CSing.
It's pretty hard to engage on the Seraphine with the Ezreal there, especially since she does have that exhaust to stop the Tristana burst from coming through. So I think that's why Box Cutter and Toadstep aren't really opting to go in there. It's really hard to actually deal with the exhaust, especially as a Tristana who's so reliant on that explosive charge to do her damage. So if that one spell is exhausted, it's so difficult for her to actually output DPS in the early game.
Especially if, if Tristana jumps in, Ezreal E's out, and then they just kite her out.
3-man top side. They're going on Quinks. Xiao is there. No flash on the... Oh, but they are able to flash forward and stop that ultimate from coming through. And it is going to be Daisy picking up another. Well played from Rock on Tower. Oh, but Xiao, very low. He's going to be able to get back to the wall in time and keep himself alive just barely. And he might have the form here. I'm not too certain just yet. But he's more than happy to get those red form stacks. Get towards that big form power spike and stacking up that tier as well. Getting a couple stacks there against champions definitely helps out with the stacks.
This Gnar is just getting a huge amount of gold funnel.
Zogain looking on Rock on Tower. There goes the Equalizer. That's a lot of damage. He's going to be taken down by the Rumble once again. Bad rotation there. Walking through no man's land. Getting caught out.
And both teams are just funneling their gold into one person. This Gnar is 3-0. 48 CS, pretty good amount, but just the tower plates, the farm, especially with the Rumble, who's 4-0 with his Darksteel stacks, getting funneled kills by Yone.
Yeah.
So,
that's well played from there, but, Xiao taking a decent chunk there from the Yone, but it doesn't really make that much of a difference. I mean, he got a couple stacks from that. You take those realistically as the Kane. So
yep.
He's more than happy to just let that Yone hit him a couple times so he can get that 1 Q off and get some more stacks. He's really trying to get this form here. He's only been ganking mid, look topside, and they might just look for this dragon here because of this bot priority that they do have.
And Rumble's ult is down.
Perfect time to look for it.
They are looking at it, but I think they're just going to give it.
They can't really fight it there without that Gnar ultimate, or not Gnar ultimate, sorry, that Rumble ultimate realistically. They have no TP on their top laner as well, and Yone was shoved in.
Yeah.
Very hard look. And we just see, lanes going as they should. Tristana slightly behind in CS. You'd expect that the Karma and Tristana's side of the lane would have a little bit more priority, but Rock on Tower shoves the wave a little bit too far. Might be caught up, but there goes that depth charge. Beta have the TP. True Shot Barrage going to go wide. The Rock on Tower very low. TP was cancelled. And Xiao is trying to make something happen there. He's trying to get those stacks. There goes that Umbral Chest Pass. But it's not going to do very much. He has to try and get out here. He's not able to find it. But the Encore going to miss on both, though, unfortunately. And Dark Angel claims that kill on Xiao. But Quinks might be getting Dovier flash forward. There goes the Wallop. And that is another solo kill for G Daisic. 3 solo kills to his name. And he's able to walk away with that mini Gnar. That Rumble is so scary now.
Yep, 7 Darksteel sacks. 5-0.
Ugh. And the Yone also has a beautiful CS lead there, too. Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Pratoga, very low. They're looking to try and finish the kill off, but there goes the hook once again. He's right on a tower, and the last tower shot is going to be what takes him down once again. Rock on tower. Very clean at these anti-dives here.
The Rumble CC, like you said, it's just too strong.
Nautilus, 20 years of CC, my friend. 20 years. And, he's building that AP, so he does some damage, decent damage as well. But, he needs to catch up on farm a little bit. He's down 30. And a plate as well. And Yone's getting online. He's very, very close to that first item there, sitting at 4.5k gold. He does have the boosts that do delay the full mythic, but, having that movement speed, especially in the early game, is definitely very helpful. Helps dodge away from the hook, the Kane as well. Movement is very, very important here. And, you know, Quink's taking a lot of damage once again, but, you know, shield helps out a lot there. You know, they see the Seraphine as well on that control ward. Not able to clear that out because she has no vision on anyone. So not going to risk that. We do see some good defensive wards. Yeah, the gold lead actually is in favor of the Phantoms, but G-Daisy looking for the play, narring him backwards towards his own side of the lane, and Quinks is trying to peel for himself, trying to do something, but he's just locked up, stunned up, and going to be taken down in just a little bit. You know, there, Conqueror procced, and Quink's going to go down. Xiao claiming those red form stacks. I guess they wanted to extend that fight for the stacks there. Helps out a lot, but they are using that Rift Herald mid, and they definitely do have the priority for it. They see the jungler top, and that means some plates mid. And Rock on Tower trying to clear the wave, though, but will it be enough is the question. Equalizer going to come through. He's trying for the dive, but there goes that depth charge. One of them might fall, flash away from Zogain, and he's not going to be taken down. Clean dive coming in from the Phantoms here. True Shot Barrage preventing anything more from happening. But G-Daisic looking to try and take down this solo tower on his own. He is very strong. Is he going to be able to get it is the question. He is basing, not able to do so. And Yone will probably claim up this one. Dark Angel has the wave there. Oh, it is going to be G-Daisic claiming that, actually. So, you know, towers are going to go down very, very similar timing, but it is going to be blue side that grabs that tower first. Still, though, sitting at a 1 point... ooh, a little bit more now. Maybe, like, just under 2k gold lead.
Rumble just has an insane amount of gold funneled into him. You know, he's already finished his first item, Riftmaker, on the board.
Yep.
Sword Shoes, 9 stack Darkseal. He is going to be an absolute issue later on. Even now.
Second most farm in the game. Almost there on that 11. That's when Rumble becomes so oppressive to deal with. That level 2 ulti is just so incredibly strong. And, you know, with that Riftmaker, too, helping out a lot, and building towards that Zonia's means he's just going to be so difficult to kill. Does not want to give the shutdown or those 9 Dark Seal stacks just yet.
You know, with the reduced ult cooldown, he's just going to be walking up, ulting, dealing a bunch of damage, and then his team is going to clean up. But I do think that Nara's going to be another issue here for now. You know, got a whole tower to himself.
Yeah, past the Stride Breaker as well. Very happy with that. Oh, lane gank coming in from Xiao. Are they going to be able to find it, though? Box Cutter and Toadstep just respecting it a little bit, you know. He may be standing under the protection of his own pink, but the respect coming in from that bot lane is just so strong. And Dark Angel trying to find something onto the mini Nargi Days, just kiting away, doing some decent damage in return, but that Yone, it's just so hard to trade against, especially with that Soul Unbound there. And they do definitely have the priority there on both sides of the lane. Mid just got chunked, and the bot lane just not able to match the Karma Tristana clear. But they're TPing for this. Nautilus is going to be there, but they might just have to look for fight here. You know, Sion is not there, but they're looking on Seraphine. That's a lot of damage. Able to flash away from that ultimate, but that True Shot Barrage landing onto 3. Shutdown goes to the Nautilus, though, and they're looking for a little bit more. Xiao is very low, and that's a decent amount of damage onto Box Cutter. Rock on Tower might be soloed out here by the Yone, but able to flash away. Has no double Q just yet. Flashing over the wall, trying to find Protoko, but the hook coming through. Double kill for the Nautilus. And G-Daisic trying to find the 3 on the back end, but he's not able to do it. It is going to be a 2 for 0 in favor of the Vipers, but they are not able to get that dragon. And, you know, getting that dragon, very important. Stops the dragon stacking coming in from the Vipers here. That's what they're looking for, trying to get that little bit more power there. Early dragons are going to be very important there because it does help them out, especially since they are the scaling team realistically. They want to grab as many dragons as they can in the early game so they don't really have to worry about the late game. It buys them 5 more minutes. So the fact that the Phantoms were able to grab that helps them out a lot here. Rumble going to be nearing that level 2 ultimate very, very soon. Probably in the next couple camps here. And Xiao is just so far behind in farm, 30 down, and also just a lot of kills behind as well. It's because of what's been happening in this mid lane. But Xiao looking onto Quinks. There goes that Unstoppable coming in. Yeah, Unstoppable Onslaught keeping Quinks safe there. Very happy with that. But Bife trying to do some decent damage there onto the Karma. Not going to land that last Q, though, but the wards are just going to be traded in the end.
Yeah, that giant fight going in Viper's favor because, you know, with having all their golden Rumble, you know, if he dies, what are you going to do?
And he did die, but the gold went to Nautilus, though, unfortunately. He's sitting at 5-1 there. It would have been great to get that gold onto the Ezreal, but they're looking up for Toga. Does not have the Encore there. Exhaust coming through, stopping that Equalizer from doing a lot of damage, but the Tristana is just able to pop him, but it's going to be Toadstep claiming that kill to support. That's not where you want that gold going to. Forcing the TP from G-Daisic, though, is definitely very helpful. But G-Daisic walking up very far, doing some decent damage, but I don't think that's the play you want to make when there are 5 or 4 in the area. So Tristana opting for that Kraken's there, wants to do some decent damage there too. The little bit of a beefy front line that the Vipers do have for themselves, but Quake's taking some decent damage from Xiao. There goes that ultimate Umbral Trespass coming through. Decent damage there, but Zogain is there as well. Xiao has no way out yet. Gonna land the double knockup. Able to get over that wall though, with the Reapings keeping himself safe. But that does mean they might have to give that Rift Herald Nautilus. No one is there to bot side, means that Rift Herald is just grabbed up here for free in favor of the Phantoms.
Second Rift Herald, definitely not as valuable as first, but an objective is an objective.
And they could potentially break this top tower, break the bot tower, whatever they realistically want here. And it does deny the Herald mid from the side of the Vipers, though, and I think that's very important. Stops them from breaking that tower for free and opening up the map for themselves there because they've already opened up that mid tower. But that's some decent damage onto the Nautilus because he isn't really building that tanky thing. You know, he's just sitting on a cloth armor there and a rocket belt.
You know, lane swaps coming in, bot lane's moving mid. Starting to bot lane, setting Nautilus top. Pretty basic lane assignments, you know, nothing special.
Yep. The Yone, I do believe, though, is opting for the Phantom Dance, put some decent damage onto G-Daisic, though. Able to dodge away from that ultimate, though. The Fate Seal going to be dodged away there, and G-Daisic able to live with from that one, but he does not have that sustain that the Yone has because of that shield bow. But as I was talking about items, it looks like the Yone is opting towards Phantom Dancer, I do believe. Sitting on that Zeal and Longsword. Builds into both long. Oh, there goes the Encore. Not going to land, though. But a True Shot Barrage onto 2 does land. Flashing away is Zogain. But it is a 3v2. Could be a 3v4 very, very shortly. Gnar is on the way. Does not have Mega stacked up. It is very close to being procced, but they are going to opt away to run away from that fight after that Seraphine ultimate was missed. That was very close to landing, though, so could have been disastrous for the side of the Phantoms if that Encore was allowed to land. So good discipline coming in from the Vipers, knowing that they can't really follow up on that, even though they did land a nice True Shot Barrage. It's not really much. Just take the Rumble Flash and walk away.
And Phantoms.
They know Box Cutter's there. There goes the knockup, but it's going to be wide. No root coming through from the Seraphine means that he gets to live with his life. Box Cutter able to walk away, but this could mean the Dragon. But Dark Angel very, very strong. No Mega Gnar just yet, but the pull coming in from Rock on Tower. It's a lot of damage, and G-Daisic able to claim that kill on the Zogain, but this root going to go wide once again, but Bite on the backside doing so much damage. Dark Angel just not able to do enough. True Shot Barrage going to Narnia, but G-Daisic going to take down Toadstep on the back end of that one, and this is going to be a triple kill for the Gnar and a free Dragon for the Vipers. Ooh, Kane opting for the Divine Sunderer. Very interesting thought here.
That is not something I've seen before.
I've not seen that. I think even with the Gore Drinker buffs, that Gore Drinker is still a viable option, but I think he's looking to just, you know, auto Q auto a lot, auto W, just get those Sheen procs in as often as possible, because you're autoing a decent amount there on the Kane, so it can work. I definitely think Gore Drinker is a better option. The Mythic passive of Divine Sunderer definitely does help out a decent bit, but I think having that ability haste helping with that Q cooldown definitely is the play there on that Kane.
Nautilus going Zeke's second item.
Oh, okay, so he's flexing into that thing. He just wants that rocket belt, I guess, for the burst and the M-Pen. The magic pen definitely helpful, I guess.
Kind of a gap closer. Rocket belt, Q in.
Could work. You know, the little hip thrust there with the rocket belt definitely helps. Closing the gap just a little bit there. But I think the Yone and the Tristana are just going to be going forward. Yeah, the Yone is 1-5, though. Been caught out a little bit too much here this game.
Yep, finishing his second item, Phantom
Phantom
Dancer.
Dancer. I don't
then
know if I like that.
It's a viable second option. Some big people have been
I
building
think
it.
it's very good on 80 carries, but I think, Yone has enough innate attack speed, and he has the auto reset with the Q, but they're looking. Xiao is going forward. Not able to find the knockup, though. That's some decent damage. You're looking for the return kill, but there goes that Encore onto 2. True Shove Rush lands onto Dark Angel. Zogain is very, very low, taking half HP, but so is Dark Angel. Zhao is very low, does not have the Emerald Trespass anymore, has used that to heal. He's gonna get burned. No, he's not, but it's Toadstep claiming that kill. Box Cutter jumping in to the backline, but he jumped a little too ambitiously, able to claim Bife. Jumping over the wall, though. G Dazik able to follow through, but the Stridebreaker forward. There goes the Gnar into the wall, and that's him taken down. But Dark Angel on the back end. There goes Pratoga. Trying to stay alive. Fate Seal gonna go wide, and that's some decent damage as well. But Toadstep gonna be hooked up. There goes that root. Seraphine doing some decent damage, and it is gonna be Nautilus claiming that kill. Yep, Nautilus claiming that one with the auto, and it forces Dark Angel to walk away as G Dazik shows up in the nick of time.
Again, we're seeing this issue again and again in these 3 big team fights. This Rumble, one misstep, and their entire fight goes south. All their
They
damage
also don't
is
have
gone.
Scion.
Scion is just
No front line.
in top lane, hitting his tower. Oh, not gonna
Oh.
finish it for some reason.
And he's also 0-5, so he's not that tanky, realistically.
Yeah.
2 item completions coming in for most of the teammates on the side of the Vipers there. 2 items on the Gnar, building towards that third. 2 on the Kayn, 2 on the Nautilus. And it's just very hard to deal with. The Scion may be a tank, maybe getting that bonus HP coming in from the minions, but that's realistically all he's getting. He has, like, what is that? 60 plus... Yeah, oh no, that's only 30. Bramble Vest only gives 30 armor, so that's realistically only 60 extra armor, and tabbies as well, that's another 20. That's not very much armor for the Scion, especially at this point in the game. He just purchased that Bramble Vest. It's a little late because no one else other than the Rumble and the Yone already have that healing reduction, and you're not really going to be doing much here to this Kayn, so that healing reduction on the Scion doesn't really do all that much when especially because you have that Enchanter of the Karma who could be wielding that Chemtech Putrefier. Definitely going to be helping out a lot there.
Looks like Seraphine's picking up anti-heal for herself. Got a little nice 7 sector.
Stopwatch? Question mark?
See you. Seraphine. Yeah, she's going the standard build.
Anyways. I need that anyways.
Yeah, just a flex.
yeah, just a flex. Flexing the wallet there. They do have that gold lead slightly in their favor. The Karma, though, does have 2 kills, although the Seraphine is still just like 400 gold ahead. So, flexing the wallet there, using that stopwatch just to show, that, hey, I'm the better support here. It's me. Look at me. I have the gold to flex a stopwatch on you. Because supports don't get any gold anyways. And, Dragon up in 30 seconds. We do see the side of Vipers looking to prep some work here. But the hook gonna land onto the Rumble once again. That's a lot of damage, forcing the flash. And there goes that Encore. Gonna land on the Justana, not able to find the jump over the wall. And it's just gonna be so much damage coming through Gnar. Looking for something, able to find the Scion, and he's not that tanky. But the Fate Seal up to 4. That was beautiful work there. Bife's still alive though. And Scion trying his best to provide some CC. Flashing away. That's some decent damage. And Seraphine able to claim that one with the proc, with that Q and the crit. Doing so much work. And they are able to just claim this dragon. Rumble is dead. Toadstep is dead. Everyone is dead. And it is only Dark Angel who stays alive. So they are going to grab this dragon, but G-Days going for it, trying to find something on Dark Angel, but he's not able to find it though. The Soul Unbound claims that kill. And the Gnar just doesn't have the healing reduction yet to deal with that Yone. And I don't think that was the play that Dazik was looking for. I think he thought he could deal with that because the Yone's 2-5, right? You should be able to deal with that as a 9-1 Gnar, but what can you do, right?
Yeah, when a Yone gets shield bow, it's either you have anti-heal or you don't.
Yeah. I mean, the Gnar did have the Bramble Vest at the time, but apparently it wasn't enough.
Yeah, the true damage. True damage from E is a little strong.
And it was Mini Gnar though. He didn't have Mega for most of that fight. So I think he definitely wins it in Mega. But
he definitely does.
I still think that Yone should not win that, considering his scoreline. But hey, Riot Games, everybody.
Yeah, maybe it's the Phantom Dancer tech that we.
I think Aya just better. He just does more damage that way.
Yeah, I do like IE more. I have heard differing opinions from different people, but personally I like IE more.
Mm-hmm.
And again, in every
BT
single one of
even.
these fights.
BT is pretty good too. Oh,
Oh.
Dark Angel might be caught out there by Xiao, and, you know, decent chunk there, but both of them have a lot of sustain there. But Dark Angel, you know, try and find some re-engage, doing some decent damage, but there goes that Q forward, Reaping Slash going through. But they're looking for a little bit Toad Step, you know, able to dodge away from that True Shot barrage. Kane slowed down, there goes the knock-up. Toad Step trying to do some decent damage, Toga taking a decent chunk there. Doesn't really mean all that much. Oh, no way. They're gonna do this, aren't they? Nope. They're just getting the ward, never mind.
They might be baiting it, look for a few kills, and then do it.
Mm-hmm.
Nars
Oh,
displaying
and this
bot
might be the
lane.
thing they're looking for. Zogan gonna be blue smited. There goes the knockout coming through. Encore onto that Rumble. It's gonna be taken down instantly. Equalizer not doing all that much. There goes the healing though. Kane able to get a decent amount of health from that Tristana, even though doesn't have that much. But G Daisy jumping forward has no mega, so I think it just ran out there. Not able to find the Gnar, but the jungler has fallen, and they should be able to look for this dragon, or not dragon. Sorry, Baron.
And again, we see it. This Rumble just in the wrong place, wrong time,
So
getting caught out.
6 kills to his name. He had them all. He was 6-1 at one point in the game. But Rock on Tower looking to try and dissuade them. But there goes everything onto Toad Step. Decent damage there from the Nautilus. But they're just trying to zone them away. The 2 tanks do some decent work there. G-Daisy taking a decent chunk. The Narbar has been fully fulfilled. And he might look for something or just looking to zone them away. But Dark Angel healing a decent amount. But it is going to be Seraphine claiming out that Baron, denying anyone from the side of the Phantoms from joining in them in that pit.
Gold lead is just getting wider and wider.
Mm-hmm.
Up
They were
to-
behind at one point.
They were behind in the early.
Wait,
You know.
Bertoga has Medjai's. I just
Yep,
realized
10
this.
10 stack
stacked
match.
Medjai's.
I was gonna mention the 7 stack actually earlier, but we got caught up in a fight, and you know now we got a 10 stack match.
Yep. Hey, Seraphine does damage too.
Yep.
So the Yone has hit that 3-item power spike though. Has the Eye Edge, has the Immortal Shield Bow, and the Phantom Dancer. So, you know, he's gonna be hurting in these team fights. He has been farming well. 40 CS behind 10, so not 10 CS per minute, sorry. So not that bad, you know, 240, pretty good here. Definitely the highest in the game though. So farming very well, so he does do some decent damage now. 3 items is definitely a big spike there coming in for that Yone. But he's looking for a little bit for Toka though. Is there dissuading Dark Angel from going for a little bit more. So they are able to just walk away there, be very happy, and the Seraphine sustain is definitely very helpful.
The Yone actually has the most gold in the game right now.
Oh, wow. Yone, never mind. I'm wrong. Yone does have a lot of gold. Well, I guess that shutdown on the Gnar helps out a little bit. Not gonna lie there.
Farming is
And the
a little
1,000 gold
good.
shutdown.
Yeah.
From the Gnar. He'd be behind the Gnar if he didn't get the shutdown.
Yeah.
Oh, they're looking for the dive though onto him. They're able to find it. There goes that depth charge. That's a decent amount of damage, but there goes that Umbral Trespass. He's gonna be taken down. Xiao is trying to get away though, but he's CC'd up, taking a lot of damage. Shut down by the Rumble, and that's not the time to die. Dragon up very shortly. 30 seconds on that objective, and that is definitely not the play there. They need to try and take down Zogain somehow, but are they going to be able to do it? No, they're just going to opt to trade that for a lot of objective damage there. Dazik does proc that Mega Gnar. Quinks can't really deal with him, and, you know, they're trying to just stall, trying to take this inhib and try and buy time for their Kane to respawn. He's up in 25, has that move speed, but they're looking for potentially a fight here. Taking a decent amount of damage though. Already chunked to half HP. The Gnar very happy, and he's actually doing so much damage to the tower. They're stopping the ports. And Bertoga going to be taken down there, but the Encore going to land just in time. Rock on Tower just stalling so much. Bot Cutter and Zogain just stuck, trying to kill this Nautilus so they can go home. Stop the Gnar. Flash forward from Rock's Cutter, but is it enough? Bife has joined the fight. He's taken down Zogain on the back end, and Bife is going to try and take him down. There comes the TP coming in. It's the Yone and the Sion all at the same time, looking to take down Bife. There goes the True Shot Barrage. That's so much damage. Ezreal is going to take him down. The Mystic Shot going to land, and that's so much work. But the Sion's there as well. He's going to be stopped. The heal comes through, but by CC locked, he's going to be taken down. The burn from the Sunfire Aegis isn't going to be enough. This Divine Sunder is doing so much work here in this fight, and he's going to take him down as well. Bife getting a double kill 1v2. And he might be taken down by Zombie Sion, but he's healing more than enough to keep himself alive. And the Gnar is just solo pushing, ending the game, breaching the gates. Looking to get this last Demolish proc here on this last tower. Looking to take down Toad Step instead. And is he gonna do it? The race auto not enough. Oh, but the boomerang toss is! The snipe is found, and he's gonna take down the inhibitor, take down the towers, take down the Nexus all on his own. Oh, it's Zoke, and there goes the equalizer, but isn't gonna matter. Meganar is almost there. Oh, he's gonna back off. TP coming in from Nautilus, though. There goes Gnar into the wall. Box Cutter very low. Gonna be taken down to half HP, and the Nautilus has TP. The depth charge onto the Rumble means the Rumble is forced to flash away. They're looking to end this game here. Life has joined the fight. Rock on Tower has joined the fight. Everyone is here. They're trying to end this, but the Fate Sealed is gonna land on 2, but it doesn't matter! Because the... Well, damn it. Because the Vipers take it home!
A wild final 5 minutes fighting at Dragon. No, the Gnar with just the huge wave of like 10-20 minions wailing. The Baron minions just hitting the base, and wow.
I like the build from Quinks at the end there. 7 calls.
Oh, yep.
or
7
or 6 calls for 7 deaths.
Yeah.
But yeah, well played there coming in from the Vipers. G-Dazik, end of the game 10-1, popping off there. Just doing so much work for his team, solo killing Quinks over and over and over and over again. And, wasn't able to deal with that Yone, but hey, that doesn't matter when the rest of your team can just one-shot him. Bife putting out some mad damage there in that last fight. Now, it was him versus the world there, taking down the Rumble, taking down Quinks and Dark Angel all on his own. So I'm doing so much work there. Doing a lot of work for his team. And with that, though, I think poll should be open. You guys should be able to vote for your player of the game. I think there were a couple of contenders there. My personal vote there goes to G-Dazik, doing so much work there in that top lane. Super high KP, super high damage. Ending the game on his own. Good calls coming in from the Vipers to just end that game. Stop the ports, stop the ports. I'm breaching, boys. That's what G-Dazik was doing there at the end. That's definitely what you want to see. Great job, though, coming in from the entirety of that roster there. The Vipers doing a lot of work, not a single bad scoreline from any of their champs. There were a couple of questionable decisions, bad pathing, but hey, when you have G-Dazik on your team, I don't really think that matters. And with that, they go 1-0 on this week, waiting for game number 2. Potentially take a 2-0 week here and maybe usurp the Rattlers for sole possession of first place. We should be heading to a quick break, though. Getting things ready for game number 2. We'll be right back. Polls are open in case you guys still want to vote for your player of the game. Token should have been handed out, and we'll be right back as we get things set up for that. You don't want to miss it. We'll be here, and we'll see you in just a bit.
And hello and welcome back to the analyst desk. It looks like your player of the game is going to be none other than G Dazik going 10-1-6 on that Gnar. Solo killing the Nautilus. I don't know how many times. I lost count. I think it was 4 times he solo killed Nautilus by himself. But just wreaking havoc across the entire rift on the Gnar. Yeah, he did give 1,000 shutdown gold to that Yone, and he could have thrown the game right there. But he came back and was able to bring his team a victory.
And we should be getting ready for game number 2 very shortly. Couple of things to mention here. Dallas going to be the new starter coming in for the Panthers here because of the whole fiasco there with their jungler. So Dallas taking his place back in LRS. The Dallas diff coming in here to make things happen for the Panthers coming these next couple weeks here. So we'll see how the Dallas diff does come through. We'll see if he's able to make something happen. And with that, we're getting things ready here. Should be getting started very, very shortly. It's going to be a very exciting game here. Rank 1 as of now. I'm not sure how game 1 went for the Rattlers, but right now it could just be a 1-0 week for both of these teams. We'll see how things happen.
Has any matches been posted yet?
I can check that right now. Match history.
Doesn't look like the only matches is that Wizards actually pulled out another win today, by the way.
On the way. And that is pretty great. Wizards now sitting at 2-9 going into next game here up against the Panthers. But the game here really matters is the one on stream right here, right now. Rattlers taking on Panthers in game number 2.
How do you feel about Dallas now being in the jungle, and then you have Susui Channel in the top lane? Now, Susui, we have seen him a couple times in the top lane, and he has been wreaking havoc up there.
All right. Well, let's say this: there are other jungler before Suisui.
He was Susui. Susui Channel was originally their jungle before Turnips came in, and then when Dallas took over for Turnips because
I'm talking about the one that wasn't Suisui.
Oh, so the original top laner.
Yeah, doo-doo water compared to Dallas. Let's just say that. But that though, Dallas going to be making a big difference.
It looks
here.
like actually both teams are ready for draft. So I'm going to send you guys over real quick because it looks like they're going through really quickly.
Yep, should be getting ready here, getting this going. Dallas differential coming in. We'll see if he makes it work here, but should be starting right here, right now. We see the ban timer locking in right now. It's going to be that Samira taken away from Awesome Sheep already. Getting rid of that 80 carry right off the bat, as expected. I think that champion has a 100% ban rate against him. Pretty sure that's how it goes, but it is going to be that Karthus taken away from most likely Newbie Jung. Is going to be that Orianna taken away from Courtney, one of her best champs, taken off the board. Elise also taken away from Newbie Jung. They're really targeting this jungle pool, getting rid of those AP options.
Viego gone as blue side. Interesting decision.
I think the name on the mid laner is wrong, but Viego also going to be taken off. That stupid champ removed from this game. Thank you for that ban. Oh, okay. Never mind. Name is right, but it is going to be that Viego ban. First pick Ezreal as expected. Zoe also taken away from Sergeant Hades. You love to see it. A lot of target bans coming in here, but that first B1 Ezreal obviously going to be taken if you have the chance to take it here. What more can you ask for?
Again, keeping the focus on these prio picks, the good champions in mid lane like Orianna and Zoe. First pick Ezreal, Karma, again, showing up. Karma and Ezreal, 2 big names in the bot lane.
Yep. Definitely like that Karma pickup there. Very strong champ as of now. Does a lot of damage, provides a lot of AoE shielding. Just a great support overall. Does not really come online at level 6 though, but she has that early game prio. She helps get shoved and can definitely help out the jungler in skirmishes as well. It's a great pickup there overall, but it is going to be that Senna locked in for Sheep. Most likely going to be a fasting Senna. And they'll put Liquid Core JJ on one of those good supports that is pretty decent at farming. You know, they could do Senatom before that is taken away next patch. We'll see what they do opt in here. Or it could be Karma Senna, potentially.
Ezreal Yumi.
Yep. Ezreal Yumi. Oh, that is very, very fun to play against, guys. That bot lane is very fun. I definitely was a part of that at one point back when I played LRS. Was definitely part of that Ezreal Yumi combo. Back when Yumi was Omega busted. So she's still still decent, but definitely not at the level she was before, especially with the removal of Athene's Unholy Grail. So she definitely isn't as strong as she used to be, but Cho'Gath, still strong, still tanky, still likes to eat things. You know, the big dino there loves to get strong, loves to get big, loves to become a big chonker as their final pick here before ban phase once again. And the Panthers going to grab that Ahri, hovering it, insta-locking that one there for Courtney. Again, a champion in her pool that wasn't taken away from the bans.
Ahri midlane.
Yep. And we should be getting into bans really, really shortly. Last couple coming through here. We'll see what they opt to take away here. No jungler, surprisingly, was picked phase 1 for either team. So they are going to ban away that Fiddlesticks, not allowing the Crow to come through for Newbie Young. Last couple things coming in as well. We'll see what the last ones are. So it is going to be that Jarvan taken away. Could be from Suisway or Dallas. I think both of them do play it. Jarvan top becoming more prominent now. Seen it a few times in pro play as well. Definitely strong. Has some good lane, especially if he has, you know, the corrupting potion and keys. Helps him with those mana issues that a lot of junglers do have when they move to that solo lane. So Jarvan, just a good pickup, has a lot of lockdown, long engage range, and he definitely has that follow-up with the Yumi and the Ezreal to follow up there, and the Xin Zhao taken away from Newbie Jung. Strongest early game jungler in the game. Super powerful, able to get those level 2 ganks off if he really wants to. Very good at contesting for that crab as well. And just overall, a great champ. Nothing like you can really do against it, especially in the early game. Wins a lot of duels. Well, you will see this last ban coming in from the Rattler. It's going to be that Diana taken away. I think that is more a focus on Dallas there, because the mid laner has already been picked up by the Panthers. And we'll see what the final, or what this pickup here is, what they're going to blind. Are they going to blind their top or their jungle? That is the question. Or actually, no, they're going to, yeah, well, Cho'Gath's already been picked, so they can't really blind top.
Four
blind jungle
bans. 4 jungle bans in
That's
phase
true.
2. Oh my goodness.
4 jungle bans from one team and 2 from the other.
Yeah,
3 potentially, if you count the
Kindred.
Diego. Kindred, I like it.
Another
Gives them a lot of range, a lot of peel, but they aren't very meaty. Panthers are a little squishy there. Definitely going to be very helpful with the Ezreal Yumi there. You know, just want to one-shot whoever walks their way. Yumi providing a lot of adaptive force, definitely very, very helpful there. And, you know, the Ezreal likes to just sit in the back line, you know, throwing spells left, right, and center. But it is going to be the Lee Song there, locked in. Still don't know where it's going to go. It could be that Lee Sin mid, potentially. However, it could just be that Lee Sin in the jungle. I know that Riot wants to push him towards that jungle role, especially next patch. They are going to maybe be making a few adjustments, but this could be a lane Sin. Definitely don't think it's a bad idea to go lane Sin here. It's good into most things because the base stats on that champion are insane. And last pick, though, we'll see what they do opt for here. Gonna be the Hecarim. So it is lane Sin. Lane Sin mid. And Hecarim, with those buffs, gonna be picked up here. Scales decently well into the mid game. Is not as oppressive early as before, not able to full clear on full health, but the set gonna be locked in for Suisway, and it's gonna be great. You better be going mathematically correct set, or I'm gonna be very disappointed.
So from Rattlers, I don't see a lot of AP, but they do have a lot of like sustained damage. Like I'm pretty sure Hecarim's gonna go damage, Ezreal's gonna go damage, the Lee Sin's gonna go tank. Not a lot of magic damage, but I think they should be fine because in Panthers the only real, you know, big tank or whatever they have is set. So they should be fine building, you know, whatever they want really. From Panthers, I don't really like the Ahri pick that much because She doesn't do a whole lot of damage. She's not really good into the champions that they picked. So that's a little confusing to me. Panthers look like they need like time because Ari, her power comes from her items. Senna comes from her stacks. Kindred is pretty good mid game. She's actually really, really good mid lane with her. If she gets enough marks.
Right. Definitely likes getting marks. But I just don't know if they will have the priority though to be able to go for those. Wave clear from Ari is pretty decent, but Lee Sin also has some decent wave clear there with the Emax that a lot of players are going for. And maybe the Senna Karma are able to get pushed into Ezreal Yuumi, yes, but I don't know how great that is. Yeah.
It's not going to be the greatest, especially. I mean, they will be able to poke out Ezreal a lot because they only have one target to go for, right? And Senna's long range, Karma's long range.
Yep. But the safety is great coming in from the bot lane.
Yep.
Of the Rattlers, they're just looking to leave this bot lane alone and get the Lee Sin ahead, I think, realistically.
I am worried for the team fighting because Rattlers could just, Hecarim ult into them and then, let Lee Sin and Cho'Gath do whatever they want. Ezreal jumping around.
Oh, it's Lee Sin top, Cho'Gath mid.
Oh, it is.
Dallas offering that Leona jungle that he played last split. Love to see it. Hovering the Gwen as well, very balanced champion. Balanced. Oh, the Xayah jungle, Geisa jungle. And it is going to be that Kindred, though. Oh, no way. No, there's no way, right?
There is no way. Okay.
Yeah. Gonna be that Hecarim locked in there for Newbie Jung. The buffs do definitely help him out there. He's not as Omega useless as he was for the past couple patches. So, coming back, helping him out a little bit. The Ari, though, going in that mid lane up against that big meatball in the Cho'Gath. Very interesting to see here. But we'll see how the set does overall. Into this Lee Sin, I know Set is, I think, considered a decent counter into the Lee Sin. Just because he's able to reflect a lot of that damage back, even with that ward hop. I don't think it has the distance to actually dodge away from that W fully. Still going to take a decent chunk, and Set just good at trading back into a lot of melee champs. But the Senna, Karma, going to be very annoying to deal with, but, Ezreal, Yuumi, they're not meant to win lane. They're just meant to scale, They're just meant to sit there, chill, get as much farm as they can, and get money that way. But they need this Kindred and Senna to come online, and it's going to take a while for that to happen, though. Ari is their sole source of magic damage. Has decent base numbers, but just doesn't scale all that well. And considering they're going into 3 meatballs, or not meatballs, but 2 champions that are going to be health stacking, as well as the Cho'Gath, who's just a pure-on tank. The only chance he has is really taking on that Ezreal, but he's so slippery with that Arcane Shift. Realistically, the only things he has to dodge are that Senna Last Embrace and the Ari Charm. That's all he really has to watch out for. Set has to walk through him, and he has a Yuumi on his back to keep that from happening. So he realistically should just be able to do whatever he wants this game.
I do want to see from Karma a Moonstone into the anti-heal item, Chemtech Peach Fire, for
it's
literally
amazing.
every single one of them. Lee Sin, Hecarim, Ezreal, Yuumi, right? You need this anti-heal on all your carries. You can't waste 800 gold on an Ari or a Kindred. They all need it.
Definitely gotta agree there. It's definitely helpful, especially considering the low gold that the Senna's going to be getting, because she should be fasting. That's what I think should be happening. But the set, wants to itemize towards, those tankier items, the bruiser items, like either Shredbreaker or Core Drinker, or the Sterax before opting for that anti-heal. It's 800 gold, so it isn't. It is still a pretty penny. And junglers don't get as much gold as laners. So it's on to the Senna Karma to build that anti-heal. And like you said, everything has healing, but there is also a decent chunk of healing coming in from the side of the Panthers here. The set, if he goes for that Gore Drinker and his innate passive healing is decent as well. Or if he goes for that Blade of the Rune King, considering he's into 3 health stacking champs, could be helpful there.
Kindred's got some
yeah,
innate
with
healing
the
herself,
W.
yeah. Karma,
innate
if she goes to Moonstone, healing everyone.
Senna, healing.
Yeah.
Ari, healing on her Q passive. So yeah, there's a decent chunk of healing on both sides. So sports, I expect to see some Grievous Wounds, yes? That's what I'm expecting to see here.
It's the biggest thing in this game.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see how mid-game plays out, because...
What?
I said I am excited to see how mid-game plays out
Right.
for both these teams, right? Because that's where I think it will decide who really, wins the game.
Definitely. Both teams have some great scaling.
If this Kindred gets rolling, or this Senna, they don't, it's called Rattlers, or, right? Yes. Rattlers still has a way into their backline, with Hecarim and Lee Sin, and I guess Cho'Gath.
You can bring a Yumi into the backline too, with Cho'Gath and Hecarim.
Yep.
Hecarim Yumi. Oh wait, that's a crazy combo. I just realized the move speed.
The move speed is pretty insane on that, yeah.
And one thing to what was I forget the point I was going to. One thing that a lot of players don't do. I know we said healing reduction is very important, but a lot of players just build it too late when the healing reduction is not enough at that point, because there becomes a point where the healing from a lot of these champs is just enough, because they've already built up the items they need to negate it. So you need to make sure to have that relatively early into the game. Yumi comes online on 2 or 1.5 items. Very strong there. Hecarim comes online on 1-2 items. Lee Sin online throughout the up until 4 items. I think that's when he starts falling off. And Ezreal comes online on 2, but still does some decent damage before that. Does some decent damage on Sunder. Senna comes online at 2 items. Like Set and Kindred both come online on 2. But with that, we should be going over to a quick break. And we'll be right back as we get things set up for game number 2 with the rank 1 team tied up with the Vipers there, both King Snakes there, going up against the Panthers here. Will the Cats take them down? We'll be right back, and we'll find out then. See you soon. All right, everybody, here we go. Game number 2 coming your way. Rattlers on the blue side taking on the Panthers on the red. Here we go. Rank 1 team taking on middle of the pack. We'll see who takes it home here. Is this going to be the upset that we need to push the Vipers into first place? And we see some big vision pings coming in from the side of the Rattlers there, just pinging themselves. Love to see it. Love to see it. Some little in-game banter there. With the pings, we do see, some people walking up there. Okay, I like the target ping there onto the Hecarim.
Yeah, just a standard 5-point from both sides, so nothing new.
Yep. You can't really invade with a Yuumi, or a Kindred, realistically. So standard 5-point is probably best there for both sides. Oh, Sweet Sway walking into Stuckfrick there. There goes that first E coming out. Oh, Facebreaker gonna go wide though. Very unhappy with that. That Facebreaker land set actually wins that trade.
Yeah. Some friendly emoting from the mid laners.
Some friendly banter as well.
No TP from either mid laners. An interesting decision.
Mm-hmm. They want to kill each other. Really. That's it.
Yeah. I think it's for the mid jungle 2v2. Because yeah. I don't see anything happening in the 1v1 unless either one of them gets a decent amount of poke early off.
Mm-hmm. And the 60% healing reduction. 140, 150, 51, 2. Okay. Yeah. Oh, trading coming in. Suisoi actually winning out on that trade slightly because the Facebreaker is a great spell to start level 1. High base damage also just stuns them up for a little bit, allows you to get your, the fist going left, right, and center. Taking Layson down a little bit, but Butters taking a lot of damage there. Walking 2-4. What was that path thing? Stuckfrick Darrow also taking a lot of damage there as well. So, the lanes there coming from the Rattlers, not respecting the damage coming through. Oh my god, Butters taken very low already. Bop and Block trying to do something there, but this might just be a solo kill. Heal coming through, and Butters able to walk away barely.
Keep getting incredible amount of sacks there.
Yeah. Sheep definitely knows how to play the Senna very, very well. So Butters just not respecting it, especially since he has a Yuumi. You can't really walk up level 1. You don't do much. So, really not playing respectfully there. And Stuckfrick Darrow also just not respecting the set damage. Oh, Facebreaker comes through. Decent damage. Bone Plating is going to block some of that, but, Set wins out on those short trades because of his passive regen.
A tier start for Ezreal.
Greedy start, in my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely like Deep Blade.
Yeah. Okay. And Stuckfrick Darrow also taking another bad trade, getting caught up by the Facebreaker again. And, Jordan Shield helps with that health regen. Oh, Nubijung going in. Dallas has no smite, and it is going to be Nubijung claiming that one. They're looking for a fight here. Decent damage onto him, but the Pressy attack has been procced. But Flash Forward from Sergeant Hades able to find the slow, but there goes the Sonic Wave, and Lee Sin claiming that one. Actually, no, it's the Ignite coming in, or no Ignite, actually. Sergeant Hades just claimed that. Comet, that's what claimed it. But no, the entire rotation, the squad is here. Courtney trying to find something, just not able to find that last one. But Dallas taken down in the early game, down 2 camps as well. That is not great. And rotations coming in from Nubijung straight to that. Nope, not actually going for that second scuttle, but priority. Uh-oh, Yuumi. Not able to find that last caress though, but they're going to be able to guarantee that scuttle for their jungler there. So it's not a complete loss. They did take that lose first blood, but they're going to be able to at least get a scuttle. And Sweet Sway just doing some decent damage there. Very happy to get that assist there. But Courtney very low. Sergeant Hades with those double buffs doing a lot. Oh, Flash! Able to find that Haymaker, but the shield coming in from the Lee Sin isn't enough. He does not have the Warhawk on the Facebreaker! That's a solo kill for Sweet Sway! Well played from him. The set almost finding that true damage though, but Sergeant Hades taking a lot of damage, but it's going to be a solo kill with Sergeant Hades as well! And
1 for 1.
So the solo lanes here just doing a lot of work. Sergeant Hades claiming one, Sweet Sway claiming another. But it is going to be that Ruka landing onto Poisonous Viper, taking a lot of damage, has no flash, does not have the heal. The Root coming through, that's a lot of damage for the exhaust onto Butters, able to Arcane Shift away, and he's able to walk away with his life. Both of them are. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Conqueror is there, but the poke from Karma and the poke from Sun is just enough to stop them from going in. Ooh. Hecarim is in the wings. They're looking for something there. There goes Newbie Chung. They are able to grab that Dragon, but Liquid Core JJ might be caught out here. That's a lot of damage, forcing the flash heal as well. And Dallas might be caught out though. Sergeant Hades has arrived. That's a lot of damage. Rupture gonna go wide, but Awesome Sheep is forced to flash away from that one. Oh, Sweet Spy finding some more damage as well. Decent chunk there onto the Lee Sin. And, you know, has that Iron Spike Whip already. That active item doing some decent base damage as well. Courtney might be cut out here. Charm gonna land onto the Cho'Gath, but, you know, that's Cho'Gath. He doesn't really care. So just able to walk away from that one. But there goes that Rupture, doing it, just trading back easily. And the Feast coming through, getting another stack for himself there.
This game is an absolute brawl. Oh. Yeah, as I was saying, this game is just fighting nonstop, which is, you know, not what Red Side wants here. They have Kindred, they have Senna. These champs need their time. They need to wait till mid-game, but, you know, Blue Side is just going on them, looking at any opening they can find, just capitalizing on it. It's great. I like that Hecarim is going in. He is at the right place, the right time most times. You know, some random little misplays like Lee Sin getting solo killed or Cho'Gath getting ganked, right? But, you know, a 1.3k gold lead at 6 minutes is it's pretty good.
Oh, definitely. And if you look at it, the Cho'Gath has a 20 CS lead on the Ahri. Range champ into melee champ, I guess.
Yep. Butters has doubles the CS of Liquid Core JJ.
He also has a 30 CS lead on the Senna, guys. That's really good. Funny joke. But the Lee Sin also down a little bit of CS. Kindred down as well. So, like I said, I think the set is a counter to that Lee Sin. A lot of people don't realize it just yet, but like I said, set able to pull Lee Sin away. The Ward Hop is just not enough to get away from that face breaker. And, you know, the true damage from that Haymaker means you can't really look for those short bursty trades because that's what Set loves. When you burst his health down, he's just able to throw that right back in your face. So you want to go for those long extended trades. That's how you take down a Set, because you're just doing chip damage over and over again. But that's not what the Lee Sin wants to do realistically. Ooh, very interesting build here coming in from the Yuumi. I kind of like it. You know, the Fairy really Charms, good. Very, very good there. Good regen. They don't have a unique passive, so you can just stack them. And Yuumi loves to build those because every single one of those builds into something, right? That she wants to build. That Bandoglass Mirror into any of the support mythics, Staff of Flowing Water, Ardent Censer, Salvation, Redemption, sorry. Every single one of those little Fairy Charms will build into something that a Yuumi wants. And we should be getting back in the game very shortly. Yeah, should be. But, lanes are going not as I expected them. I expected the Senna Karma to be doing a little bit more CS-wise because, you know, the Espo should never be allowed to farm in that lane. But the Ahri, surprisingly, is also losing in farm. Not expected. I expect the range champ to be doing a little bit better there. But the set I do expect to win, and the Hecarim is definitely a better farmer than the Kindred. But Lee Sin going in, caught by the Facebreaker once again, and the RS Spike Whip just losing out on that trade. Oh, my game is frozen. Okay.
Are all of our games frozen?
Let's send it to a pause real quick as we get things fixed here. Thank you, spectator client. We'll be right back. Alrighty, here we go. We might see a little bit of a gank here. 3-man up on this top side. They only have 3 casters, though. Sweet Sway should just be looking to clear this wave real quickly, but that burst coming in from the Troga, that's a decent chunk onto him. Or onto the set, sorry. But Sweet Sway has no grit built up, and Lee Sin does not have the 6 yet. No Dragon's Rage available. But he could look for an outplay there. Has the ward. 6 has been hit, though. And the set is decently low. Not looking to take that Resonating Strike back just yet. Oh, Facebreaker gonna go wide, though. And that's some decent damage there. But there goes the trade. But the Hecarim's coming. Newbie diving under the jungle. There goes that R under the tower. Newbie gonna be taken down, though. Oh, Stuckfrick there taking it at the right time. But the 1-2 coming in from the set means Newbie is taken down by Sweet Sway. Outplaying the dive.
Yep. Lee Sin just not able to do anything, completely on the wrong side of the tower.
He can't ward hop because he can't ward hop forward onto a minion because the set's just going to face breaker him. He can't, the Hecarim can't do anything because he doesn't have the ultimate available. And even if he did, the set just gets away for free with that showstopper away as the Hecarim dashes forward. Yep. Oh, send the 28 souls, but solo kill in the mid lane. Wow. Sergeant Hades solo boloing there in the mid lane. Another solo kill for him, 3-1, and up 20 CS. Oh, Hecarim coming through, has the ultimate available. That's a lot of damage on the sheep, though. Onslaught of the Shadow's not coming out just yet. They're gonna land from the Karma. And they're looking for a little bit more, not able to find it, though. Oh, wait. He used the Onslaught of Shadows? Top side, I guess? He has it. Wow, I guess it just didn't do much.
I think it just came up.
Right? It's on cooldown for me.
Oh. What?
Yeah, so I guess he used the top side.
Yeah, he did use the top.
So it didn't do much.
Yeah.
I think he shortcasted it. That's probably what happened. But they're looking on Liquid Core JJ. That's some decent damage onto him. Not able to find it, though. Rooted under tower. But Liquid Core JJ very, very low. Able to walk away from that one. And Dallas, though, might be biting off a bit more than he can chew. Taking a lot of damage from Sergeant Hades. The Lamb's Respite has already been used. Knockout coming through. No feast available for the Cho'Gath just yet. Flash away. Flash forward from the Cho'Gath. Chomp coming through. Already not able to flash over the wall. Chomp going to land onto the Cho'Gath, but that doesn't mean much when Newbie is there. The Hecarim doing a decent amount of work. The Ignite is ticking, and it's going to be Newbie claiming that one. Sheep has rotated over, but doesn't really need much. Last Embrace going to be dodged away from. Sidestep coming through, but the slow's coming from Glacial. Sweet Sway is there, but they're not able to find anything more, and it is just going to be a 2-for-0 in favor of the Rattlers.
These mid-jungle Hecarim and Cho'Gath against Kindred and Ari, you know, not much you can do as Kindred and Ari. Yep, he's got a Darkseid with 5 sacks. Already finished his Ionian boots. He is very powerful.
Pretty strong, just a little bit. Probably building towards that Everfrost for that root, for the burst to help out with the landing that Rupture, because sometimes that spell's annoying to land. But the Hecarim building towards that Divine Sunder as we expected, you know, the balanced item. Azrael's also going in it too. And it looks like there's going to be 2 Divine Sunderers on the side of the Rattlers, but Kindred looking for a gank, but, you know, Cho'Gath just able to walk away. He doesn't care. He has tier 2 boots. You know, that extra 25 MS is definitely very helpful. Or 45 MS, that tier 2, my bad. Able to walk away, but Sui Sway Channel just one-tapping that Lee Sin, already taking out a half HP while taking a tower shot, and the set just doesn't care. And the CS lead is massive in this top side, but Sergeant Hades just getting another solo kill onto Courtney. And, you know, the Cho'Gath, the big dino in the mid lane, 5-1 already. He is a very hungry boy. And,
exactly why I didn't really like the Ari pick, you know, like
kind of not doing much. And the Karma only has 35 CS in 10 minutes. That is not what you want to see out of that lane dominant champ. Ezreal sitting on 80 farm, second most farm in the game. The side of the Panthers just aren't farming very well. And Sweet Sway, I'm disappointed. I don't see mathematics. Oh. There goes that Ripped Herald, but Stuckfrick Darrow looking for Dallas. Dallas taking a lot of damage. Sonic Wave gonna go wide, forcing the kick. The Dragon Drake's coming out. Ward hop away, and Sweet Sway getting a lot of gold there. Funneling him, he is their only chance in winning this game. Oh no. Dallas, no! There goes that Resonating Strike, and Cho'Gath finds another! And he is very hungry, another stack going towards him. This Cho'Gath is so hungry today. Oh, that's a lot of damage there. Ezreal doing a decent amount of work with just that Sheen and Phage. Stacking up the tier very nicely as well. 261 stacks. Oh, Courtney able to dodge away from the Hecarim gank there with that Spirit Dash. But, I mean, she's able to get away, I guess. But it's... Senna sitting on 36 souls. Pretty good as of now. Great to see. But, you know, things are just chilling right now. But things are just going as normal. Chilling. CS is not how I expected it to be, though.
Yep, this Ari at 48 farm in 12 minutes. That's definitely not something you want to see.
Oh, most definitely not. The CS department is going to be calling up everyone here on the Panthers side. Other than Suisui and Dallas, you know, those two are just farming up just fine. But it's not going too hot for the mid side and bot side there. Not what you want to see. But Suisui, you know, having a fun time. But this freeze built up by Stuckfrick Darrow, if he freezes it, is looking pretty nice for him. He should be very, very happy with that because it forces Suisui to walk all the way up. And that just means he's susceptible to a Hecarim gank or a Cho'Gath gank. Yeah, it looks like he's freezing that. Yeah, he's holding it. He's holding the wave. That's what you want to see. And now it's going to force the jungler to come here to help break that. But the Cho'Gath is there. And Shin Hades is very strong. Knockup coming through. There goes the Everfrost, the root coming through. And he's just going to feast once more. And that is just it's very hungry. Like, this Ahri is just like a little Happy Meal right now. Just getting eaten over and over and over again. 7 feast stacks. And almost all of them are on this Ahri already.
You know, I said this in draft, and I'll say it again, right? Like this, red side.
They're looking for the dive.
Panthers.
They have no wave though. TP coming in from Suisui, dissuading this one a little bit, but does it really matter is the question. They're looking for the fight though. They have no Ahri, and I don't think they can do it. Dragon up, very short, not shortly. Sorry, 2 minutes left on that one. So the teleport from Suisui defending the dive, but I don't think they could have dived it because they had no minions. Well,
But yeah, anyways. Yeah, I think the Panthers need to
this
chill
one's
out.
over.
They need to stop fighting if they want, any chance at bringing this back, right? Like their mid laners on 5 with 63 farm. It's like, what are you going to do for the rest of the game, right? Unless you farm up and you get gold.
Realistically, the Ahri should just be using everything to find a charm on a key target, take down, but this Cho'Gath is stacking super well. 7 feast stacks to his name. He's unkillable. The Hecarim is basically unkillable. The Ezreal just dodges away from the charm. So what target can she realistically go for? This Ahri just doesn't provide very much other than that charm as of now, especially since she is so far behind. Karma also so incredibly far behind. The Everfrost forces the flash from Courtney, and Sergeant Hades just performing so well on this pick. Like I said, this Cho'Gath's a hungry boy. 47 souls sitting on the Senna, stacking up nicely, but I don't think it realistically matters that much, but they're looking for the Cho'Gath. Suisui might do a decent amount of damage to him because, there's no resistance is built up, but the entirety of the Rattlers have shown up to keep this Cho'Gath, nice and happy. Oh my goodness, that chunk going off to Dallas. Charm gonna land, and he might go under tower. Nope, but there goes the True Shot Barrage. It's just not enough, though. A lot of damage, though, chunking him away as this dragon does spawn up here.
Oh?
Ooh, Liquid Core JJ, the insect comes through. Caught out, taken down, stuck for Darrow. Able to gift that kill over to Butlers. And this is just a free dragon. I think Liquid Core JJ just walked up a little bit too far there. But yeah, we do see the rotation there on the top side, trying to get this Kindred mark to her, gifted over. Able to grab that one, but this does leave the mid tower just open and able to be taken by the entirety of the Rattlers. Just walking through very, very easily. And, oh! Hecarim just going way too far, committed way too much, taken down by the Cho'Gath, shut down. Oh, Sheep barely able to live, the heal is enough, but it is going to be Cho'Gath claiming that with the Ignite. Butters trying to get out of the way, able to take down the tower, flashing forward, or flashing backwards, able to stay alive for just a little bit longer. Heal comes through as well. A lot of damage onto him though. Dallas trying to find a little bit more, but he's not able to. Cho'Gath walking forward, has a lot of mana, has a lot of health. But it doesn't really mean that much. It is a 4v4. The Hecarim has been taken down. Doesn't really matter all that much, though. Stuckfrick Darrow has no Dragon's Rage, so they can't really look for the plays, but the True Shot Barrage lands onto 3. That's a big chunk, and they can't take down this tower. Everfrost Root doesn't land, but so does that slow. But it does mean Stuckfrick Darrow able to find that. Stuckfrick Darrow trying to get out, able to find that Ward Hop, or Safeguard onto the Cho'Gath and the set, taken down by the Feast. And that, once again, is a hungry boy, as he is 9-1. 9-1-3 already at 17 minutes.
10 stack Magi's, it's
Oh,
looking
boy.
incredibly rough for the Panthers here. I am not sure what they can do in this situation.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think they have any chance at salvaging this game, and it's 17 minutes. They're down 4k gold.
They're down a dragon as well. Cho'Gath has 11 stacks from what I'm hearing, and he is just so incredibly strong. He's not one-tappable either, so he's built up so much health from those stacks, so they just don't have the numbers to take him down. Like, even if, 3 of them are hitting him, it's just so hard to punch through the just gigantic health pool that the Cho'Gath has built up for himself. Alright, Senna sitting on 51 souls. Don't really think that matters at this point, though, because she doesn't even have that mythic. Can't even hope to stand up to Cho'Gath as of now. True Shot Barrage coming out. Trying to push that wave. Comes onto the minions, so decent chunk there. And they're looking to take down this Rift Herald with the Cho'Gath. Give him another feast stack, why don't you? Make him even stronger, make him even tankier. That's definitely what you want to see. And they're just going to give it over to him. Another stack for him.
So big. Oh
Rift Herald. That guy is so big, is already level 12, and Dallas getting taken down in his own jungle. Courtney trying her best, but there goes that shield coming from the Senna ultimate, but this flea comes through. The Onslaught of Shadows is enough, and Courtney taken down by the Cho'Gath. Yumi actually picks up that kill onto Dallas, though. Android still not hitting that 4-mark power spike that she needs for that extra range. So right now, everyone is behind. The only one that isn't is that set, but when there is a gigantic Godzilla there in that mid lane, what are you going to do? You're just a Vastaya. What can you do to take down a dinosaur?
They can have, they're even putting the Ezreal solo lane, getting him XP and gold by himself, while the Yumi
he's just farming up. Very happy with that. Ooh, Last Embrace going to be dodged away with that Arcane Shift. Good slow from Sheep to try and land that one. But the Ezreal just doesn't care. He's just farming. He's just chilling. He's up 60 farm on, or 70 farm, sorry, on that Karma who's farming up. But Sheep's getting a lot of souls. That is some form of consolation, I guess. That's realistically all they can hope for. But, it's super hard to do anything. They have to try and stop this Rift Herald from getting another charge down. And, they just don't have, they only got that top tower. That's all they have going for themselves right now. Dallas? Nope, they're not going to look on it. Stuckfrick, they are going to jump away there with the safeguard, keep himself alive there. We do see then Mark spawning up on the Raptor camp. Cho'Gath running straight towards that with the Hecarim, trying to take that one before Kendrick can actually get it. And Ezreal just going to get solo tower gold for himself there on the bottom side. Just leave this Ezreal alone, and he's just going to keep scaling and scaling and scaling. Oh, Kindred gets that mark. 4th of the game. And Cho'Gath 14 stacks, big chonker, very hungry man. Very happy. Hungry Dino, but they're TPing on Butters. He's able to Arcane Shift away. They're looking for the dive, though. Sweetsway trying. There goes that slow onto the Ezreal, the Stride Breaker forward, and that's a lot of damage, and it is going to over to Dallas, able to claim that one. Sergeant Hades was able to walk down there, but he is so strong, so tanky. Even with no tank items, has that Cosmic Drive, has a 14-stack Magi's. And Dragon spawning up here. Butters died just a little too late there. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness, that flea, that everything. They're trying to bring down the newbie junk, but it's not enough. Senna going to be taken down, but it is going to be that jungler traded as well. Sweetsway trying his best to do what he can for his team, but the flash forward from the Cho'Gath means he's not able to find the Rupture, but he is forcing them away from Sweetsway. But the dash from Lee Sin means double kill for the Lee Song himself. Lane Sin doing some work, trying to find that Sonic Wave, not able to do it, but the Cho'Gath does not have that beast, but it's up very, very soon, and they're looking to take down this dragon. Oh boy, there goes that dragon. Very, very slow. Oh, choke at this feast again already. What? Oh my goodness.
The Ionian boots, like he has
Yeah.
a lot of
A lot of
ability
ability
haste.
haste.
The
Oh, he
Cosmic
has Ultimate
Drive,
Hunter, Cosmic Drive, and
Everfrost.
108 ability haste to his name. So this ultimate is just on or just off cooldown so incredibly fast.
It's on a
31
32
seconds.
32
Or 32
second cooldown.
seconds. And he's not even level 16. And we also said healing cut is going to be important, right? Before
Yep.
draft even, or before champ select was even finished. So the fact that we don't see any healing cuts on the side of the Panthers, but Stuckfrick Darrow kicking him away. Sweet trying to outplay this one. Is he going to be able to do it? There goes that Haymaker, but it doesn't mean very much when he's just going to be feasted on by the Cho'Gath, and not able to find the kill though, but at least able to do that one. And Butters trying his best, but the jungler coming in, saving his life, able to find the damage, keeping Butters just barely alive in the end. Dallas are trying for the outplay, almost found it.
I'm struggling to see a way in which Panthers can win this. They're just bleeding up slowly. This gold lead has been just climbing and climbing in Rattler's favor, right? Like it's almost at 10k now. Nearing a 10k gold deficit, and they are showing no signs of life.
Yep. Oh, my game froze.
Yeah, mine did too.
Yep. We're heading to a quick break while we get things sorted. We'll be right back. Everyone, you know, Ride Spectator Client, you know how it is. We're back in game, getting things going here. However, there's not much of a game to speak of as of now. It looks like the Rattlers are just running away with this one. You know, 21-6. You know, the Cho'Gath is 11-1, 24 stack Magi's, 2 items as well, and working on that Zonia's Hourglass just to make sure he doesn't die. You know, he's only died once. You know, want to keep that very nice scoreline. Oh, Courtney, no! Oh no, she's just instantly blown up there by the Cho'Gath Yuumi combo. The AP given by the Yuumi's definitely helping that out a lot. The percentage is helpful. And the Cho'Gath just getting another feast stack. He is so hungry tonight. I guess he was just starving. All the other Cho'Gaths we've seen so far have been starving, so I guess this one gets to succeed, where the others have failed. This Cho'Gath is just... Oh no, Dallas! Oh no, Dallas! Dallas, no! Oh my goodness! The Astral wasn't even necessary.
2 abilities, you know, this Cho'Gath has
that's really fair.
25 Magi stacks.
Yeah, this Cho'Gath is just so unbelievably unkillable. Oh, Stuckfrick Darrow not going for the play. I would have loved to see it. I mean, they can just limit test at this point. There's just no chance that the Panthers have, realistically. They're on Soul Point, drag it up in 2. This is the time to make some funny plays if you really want to make them. You know, go for the fun plays. There's no point in not going for them right now. Dragon's not up yet. Okay, I don't see a way. I just don't think there's a way that the Panthers come back from this.
Yep. You know, a lot of the Panthers are just coming on their first item. You know, Ari just finally getting that.
Oh no, Dallas! Dallas, no! One shot again, and awesome Sheep forced the flash away from everything. You know, 2 ultimates committed for the Senna flash, that's totally worth. I mean, honestly, maybe using the ultimates for flash is not really worth anymore at this point because of how far ahead they are. But, you know, it's really rough. They are going to try and go for this Baron here. Cho'Gath has Feast up very, very shortly, so he's just going to be able to eat this one. The jungler is dead, and there's just no contest here. Oh my goodness, the Cho'Gath has 20 stacks. Oh, 17. 17 stacks from what I'm hearing in my ear. The Cho'Gath very, very strong. Able to grab up that Baron too. Level 15. He's so close to that 16. I want to see his health when he gets it.
I also want to see his incredibly low ult cooldown.
Yes, that too. That will be fun to see. If the Yuumi just sits on Cho'Gath, he can literally kill everything.
Yeah, I don't think there's a single thing that they can do.
Where? Okay, where is the healing reduction? It's only on the set. Panthers, guys, like, I mean, you guys are behind, yes, but you need to find some way back into this game. And I think shutting down the Yuumi healing is something. Maybe it will allow you to find some picks on the side. Take down the Hecarim or Lee Sin or Ezreal. Because you're not killing that Cho'Gath. So maybe try and take down either of those 2 or 3 enemy champs. And maybe you'll find a way to come back into this game.
The Cho'Gath bought a Tiamat.
Oh, he's going for the health damage with the Titanic Hydra. Dallas, no. Dallas! Get out of there, Dallas! No, he's rooted up! Oh, the Lamb's Respite has come through, and Cho'Gath is looking for another one. He is... Oh, he didn't actually go for the Feast there. He's looking to use it on the Dragon, though. Nope, Hecarim smites it away! What? Where the... Beast, man! I want to see more stacks.
Yep.
It doesn't really matter, honestly, though. This Cho'Gath is just so strong. Oh, hits that level 16. Where is he? Where is he? Okay, 5.1 5.1k HP. Oh, the ultimate's still 31 seconds, or 32 seconds, so it didn't go down.
Yeah.
That is sad. But they're going for some. The Nubijun going to be pulled back. There goes that showstopper into the tower. But the Hecarim able to dodge away with that onslaught of shadows. But the mathematics come through with the set W. The Haymaker doing so much damage to that little cat. And I wonder how much that W does right now at full grit. W does 832 at full grit. The Yuumi, don't think has that much health, but Suisui trying to take down Hades, but it doesn't matter because he's so strong. Dallas walking a little bit too far for force of the flash. And trying to stay alive under his own tower, but it doesn't really mean much. And the tower going to be taken down. Lee Sin is there on the rotation, looking for something. Dallas trying, able to get away. And they're just looking for the inhib. They have 2 siege minions just pounding away at this inhib. Trying, but Nubijung rooted up by the last embrace. There goes the flash forward from the set. But Nubijung trying to stop Suisui, but he's trying. Dallas taken down, though, in the end. Stuckfrick there, but the Cho'Gath is here. He's showing up to the fight, and he's so strong. Oh my goodness, that True Shot Barrage takes half of Courtney's HP. Trom not gonna land. And this game just might be over right here, right now. Alright, I want to see something. Yuumi has 1600 HP. That set W does half her HP. Yeah, very fun. So they're just gonna take home these inhibs really, really easily. You know, they just lost Baron. But they have the Cho'Gath, silencing everyone, shutting them down. They have waves pushing. They can take down this third inhib if they want whenever. But Yuumi is chilling, taking on that ward as the rest of her team is just sitting in the enemy base. She doesn't really need to be there, honestly. She does provide that sustain, but no. They have Ocean Soul. Yep. Oh, okay, set. Stridebreaker's into the wave. Sheep has a lot of souls, guys. At least he's getting that going for him, because that's the only thing their team can really rely on at this point. 95 souls to the Senna's name, but 29 minutes, that's pretty good. But it doesn't really matter when the Cho'Gath is 15-1, sitting on 4 items. You know, has the Titanic Hydra. His autos will be hitting really hard now, too, just because of how much bonus HP he has. How much AD is Titanic providing for him? Titanic is providing him 88 AD, just because of how much HP he has.
Does Cho'Gath have any AD scaling?
He has no AD scaling, but Titanic just gives him a bunch of AD for his and his max health damage as well, right? It scales up for that.
And it looks like they're just gonna close it out here. You know, walk all through your super waves into the base,
walk
and
all
what
through your
you know what
super
can they
waves,
do?
and your gigantic dinosaur Godzilla has arrived. And he is just so strong. Liquid Core JJ, no, the Lamb's Respite comes through. They're trying. The boat, oh, that damage is actually doing a lot to Sergeant Hades. He's going to be taken down. Losing those Magi stacks, but it doesn't really matter because everyone else is here. Stuckfrick, Darrow, Butters, and Newbie Jung, all here trying to take down everyone else where the Cho'Gath couldn't. But they are actually able to stay alive. Sheep doing some decent damage, though. But the wave is just too large. The tower's going to be taken down, and Suisui trying his hard out, does not have the showstopper anymore. Has the Haymaker going off to Ezra, that's half his health. Heal comes through, kick comes through. That's a lot of damage. Courtney trying to peel, trying to do some damage, but the RE just isn't enough. Newbie Jung able to take down Awesome Sheep. And Suisui taken down in his own fountain as the game ends. Oh boy, that was a doozy.
That was a game.
That was a game. One-sided game, but it was a game.
Yep.
I mean, Suisui did a lot that game. You know, he killed the Yumi with the Haymaker, and he took half of Ezreal's health away with the Haymaker, and he actually did a lot of damage to the Cho'Gath with that Showstopper because, you know, it's bonus HP. The more bonus HP you have, the more damage you do to the big, beefy tank who has no resistances built. Like, literally 0 resistances. So, he did hurt, but, I mean, at that point, it was just too late.
Yeah, I mean, this game was honestly over within the first, 15 minutes when this Cho'Gath was just, farming the mid laner Courtney Ari for, as many sacks as he wanted, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Getting the early Darksteel stacks, getting those, regular Cho'Gath sacks. The gold onto him was just insane. I mean, he's my player of the game. That's who I'm voting for.
Yep. Oh, second bar is true damage, and the Cho'Gath just did a lot of true damage. 6.4k there. Set doing a little bit less than that with that 4700. I think I can't really read that, but he did a lot of true damage there. So did the Cho'Gath though, and the magic damage was just a pure insanity. And with that though, poll is open in case you guys do want to vote for play of the game. Like I said, I know who mine's going for, and I think we know who Beanie's is going for as well. And we'll be right back as we get ready for player of the game. As we wind down stream. So we'll be right back in 5 minutes.
And welcome back to the analyst desk. Your player of the game is, of course, going to be none other than Sergeant Hades, aka Big Fat Bobkins, going 15-2-7 on that Cho'Gath. He was hungry that game. He wanted to eat, and man, he ate. We almost got a 20 stack Cho'Gath on that game. Never seen it before.
Yes.
Never seen a 20 stack Cho'Gath in my life. Actually, I've never seen an 18 stack Cho'Gath as long as I've been playing League. I've been playing League for about 3 years now. Never seen Cho'Gath to get that many stacks in a game before.
I mean, back in the days of old when games went for like 40, 50 minutes, when those were the norm, I think that's when you see like those 20 stack Cho'Gaths come through, or more than that. Like back when Cho'Gath Top, SKT win Worlds, that kind of thing. I think that's when you'd see a bunch of those big high stacking Cho'Gaths. But in a 30-minute game, 20 stacks, hey, that's nothing to scoff at.
Yeah.
You can only get 5 stacks or 6 stacks from minions, so considering he got almost every objective, got a bunch of solo kills with the feast, and that ultimate was on a 30-second cooldown, so he's very hungry and just kept eating over and over and over again.
Yeah, it's just quite insane. Just like you just see, like poor Ari. Like I understand, like people love playing Ari in that, but I played that matchup too many times in solo queue, and it's not fun. And especially when they go full especially when you see the enemy Cho'Gath go AP. AP Cho'Gath has he wreaks havoc in top lane at times, and some top laners can't deal with it. So when you put up against a squishy champion like Ari, he's just gonna have a fun time.
That is exactly what happened, and but that it was just overall a well played game coming in from the Rattler. It was very controlled.
Yeah, it was good in Vades.
Other than the solo kill happening at the top lane, Ceesay holding his own up there, doing some mat work.
Yeah, I have to say, him and Awesome Sheep tried their hardest to keep the game going. Awesome Sheep trying to get those stacks in Senna, but like you guys told me before, it doesn't matter how many stacks you have on Senna when Cho'Gath is at 18 stacks himself with almost 5k health.
Cho'Gath ended the game with 5.1, right?
Oh, 5.1k.
Yeah.
That's it's just like what are you gonna do then? like you like I don't know, like.
Yeah, you can't really do much, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like he's just too unkillable, unbelievably tanky. With the only one who could kill him was Set.
Yeah, I do agree. The only one that could kill him was Set, but even then, Set could not do any damage to him because he was so.
You saw
tanky.
the Showstopper that did 50% of his HP.
Yeah,
it did do a lot.
But the thing is, he would just go and feast, and all his HP's back.
Well, I mean, he did get he did try, but he was actually taken down there in that fight.
Yeah, he did die. Yeah, he did die.
And it was all the Set damage there.
Mm-hmm.
It was all 5 of them just hitting him though.
Yeah, but I think most of it was that Set just getting that gigantic chunk of his health down before the fight even started.
Yeah.
If any comments or anything before we leave for both teams that played today, since actually I think LRS is coming to an end just like the
next week
LAS draft regular season's about to end. Any remarks about before teams start going in the playoffs?
Sweet Sway, you're trying your heart out, man. You tried, dude. You tried. You played their lane out so well. That's what I have to say this game. That's what I have.
Yeah, I have to say that they tried super hard to get back into the game. Sadly, it just didn't help. But Panthers did win the previous game. They did beat the Tigers. So I think that puts them. Let's see, Tigers are 6. Yeah, so if Tigers win their second game. If Tigers loses the second game, that would put Panthers automatically in third place. So they're still high up on the standings, against these big 2 top teams. Even with the Phantoms, Phantoms just won their game against Wizards, so they're 6-6 right now. So like since like these two, since the teams that don't have the high KDAs like the Vipers, like the Rattlers, they're
Hmm.
still putting these teams that are third, fourth, fifth place are still putting so much pressure onto these top tier teams, and that's what you want to see. You want to see like you don't want to see the top two teams just wreak havoc automatically. You like to see that they can be taken down,
Hmm.
or at least close to be taken down.
Yep.
But in
And
that, anything else?
I'm good, man. I think we had a great night. Some
Yeah,
fun games to
it was
watch.
it was
A
a
lot of
Yep.
fighting. Great
yeah.
stuff.
I'm gonna sign off. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow. It is I think let's see, Merciless Esports versus Akron Z. Yes, Merciless Esport Revenant versus is it Akron? Is that how you pronounce it?
I think it
Akron
is. Yeah.
or Akron.
Akron.
Akron,
Akron, I
yeah,
think, like
yeah.
Snackron.
Something, yeah, Akron Z. Don't forget to tune in that stream tomorrow. Also, do not forget. I think this Sunday. I think that is when Gurf is going to do the power rankings for the pre-made teams. Do not quote me on that, but I think he is doing it this Sunday. So don't forget to tune on that as well on the podcast. But then, guys, we'll all see you tomorrow. Well, not me specifically because I'll be playing my games, but whoever will be streaming and casting tomorrow will be able to see you tomorrow.